Hey guys, I'm Greg. Welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Let's go see what's in the fridge today, guys. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. I certainly do appreciate it. Today's beer comes from Central Waters Brewing, guys. These guys are up in Wisconsin. This is their Brewer's Reserve Peruvian Morning, and it is a American Double or Imperial Stout, coming in at 11.70%. And this comes to me graciously from my brother Rico, and he writes 11.7% bourbon barrel aged Imperial Stout made with freshly roasted MEJ's coffee. ABV is not on the label, took it from Untapped. The vintage year is located by the barcode on the left side. There is a notch on the 2018 indicating so. Also has what he believes is the best before date in dark ink on the neck of the bottle that reads 09/3/118, so that would be September the 3rd of 2018. Purchased 4-pack last month at the store, and it was $16. So it's nice that they would put that on there to tell us when they want us to have it by, since it has coffee introduced into it. And today is the 26th of August, so we're just under the wire on this one to get some coffee notes on this, hopefully. I don't know what shelf life they're giving their beers, whether it's 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, 12 months. I do not know what they're doing. But it does have it on there, and he's got a little yellow sticker here on the side pointing to the date, which I cannot see with condensation on the beer. So I wish they would do something a little different than a dark black ink on a dark brown bottle with a dark beer in it. I mean, very, very impossible to see if the beer is chilled. They need to do a brighter ink, guys. I mean, I tell you this about the Lagunitas beers, even though they do a Julian code and not just a month, day, and a year. Black ink on a brown bottle with a dark beer in it does not work. So that's into their favor, because it's going to sit on the shelf, and not a lot of people can see that date code, and they're going to buy it even after this date code has expired. Beer's not going to go bad, being 11.7%er, but the coffee notes are going to fade, just like buying a hoppy beer that's 6, 8, 12 months old. I mean, you're going to lose a lot of that hoppy freshness. Here we're going to lose the coffee if you don't have it by when they want you to have it by. So this, if I was guessing, they probably at the very least, giving us a 3-month shelf life, if not longer. So we're just under the wire here at the 26th of August, and they want us to have it by the 3rd of September, which is next week. So hopefully I'm going to get some coffee notes on it. It hadn't faded all out too much. Rico, once again, my brother, I do appreciate you picking this up and sending it to me. Hopefully we're going to get some coffee notes on this almost 3-month-old beer, I would think. So with that being said, let's jump over to Untapped, if there's anything else we need to read about the beer. It says here that it's 27 IBUs. Bourbon barrel aged Imperial Stout made with freshly roasted MEJ's coffee. The beer complex as it gets. Flavors of vanilla, tannins, and coffee meld together to create a flavor as deep as the ravines of the Peruvian Andes. So, I've not been to Peru, but I hear those mountains are pretty tall. So, and the valleys are pretty deep. So hopefully we're going to get some coffee notes on this one, guys. So let's jump into it. We've read everything. 11.7, 27 IBUs, and I want you to have it by the 3rd of September 2018, and we're just under the wire on that. About a week away on that one. So With that being said, let's pop the top on this, get it into the glass, and see what we got. A little bit of hiss, not much. So into the glass we go, and while I am pouring this, let's go down the center on this one. And this is trying to cut off on me. Cuisine, buttery brie, good Havarti Swiss, general chocolate, digestive, meat, beef, smoked meat, game, and grilled meat. Glass for the pint, Becker non-tumbler sniffer, oversized wine glass. I got my favorite tulip glass today, and here it says it can be cellared. You don't want to sell this beer past what they're telling you to have it by, because of the coffee notes, guys. They fade just like hops. About 1/8 of an inch of head on that aggressive pour. It is pitch black. I'm not getting a whole lot of lights. Maybe some red ribbiness around the very thin part down here. To the nose we go. I am getting some bourbon notes right off the bat here, guys. Not a lot of coffee on the nose. It's not like an espresso or a Sumatra coffee. Bourbon, a little bit of alcohol, hints of some roasted malt and black molasses. Not getting a whole lot of chocolate notes or dark fruit, so let's dive in and see what we got. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Rico. Wow. Very nice bourbon notes, nice roasted malt notes. Not big coffee notes, guys. I'm sorry to say I'm not getting that big coffee notes. If it was a month old, 2 months old, but it's almost 3 months old, and those coffee notes have probably already faded a little bit. Not sure about that. Got a very nice aroma. Maybe on the nose, just a little hint of some vanilla or coconut, not much on the taste there. But it's cold, it's chilled right out of the fridge. So let me sip on this and see if any of those other notes are going to come out. We're going to get some coffee and dark fruit and maybe a little more chocolate. Just not coming out right now. So let me let it warm up and see what we get here on the final chug, guys. So I'll be right back. Alright, guys, I'm back. Got a little left here. Got back and looked at the bottle, and it does have 09/03 of 2018. It has to be a Best Buy date. I don't understand why they would stamp that on the bottle, because it's not 09 yet. So that has to be a Best Buy, Enjoy Buy, Use Buy, Drink Buy, whatever by date. And I'm not a fan of that, guys. If they had the machine to stamp the date on it, stamp the freaking bottled on date instead of when you want us to have it by. I'm not a fan of that, guys. Y'all all know that. They could just as easily put the bottled on date on there instead of whatever by date they put on there. And I don't know whether they're giving it a 3 or a longer month shelf life. So they have the means to do that, and they choose not to. So guess what I choose not to do? Give them a better grade. Final chug. A very tasty beers. I've had some of their beers sent to me before. They're not available here in this part of Virginia. Decent beer. I'm getting the bourbon notes on this one, guys. A little bit of the booziness there, not much. It's only 11.7%. Not a whole lot of dark fruit there. Coffee is pretty much faded by now already. Maybe a slight hint of some coffee notes there, guys. These guys can put the bottle on date on it, and they choose not to. So, guys, to me, this is an A- beer. I'm gonna give it a 90. That's where I'm putting this beer. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 4.16, exceptional range. Not quite going there either. And over to Untapped, they have it at 4.22. Not going there either, guys. These brewers need to realize that they need to put a bottled on date on or canned on date on their beers. I don't give a damn whether it's a stout or double IPA, or Oktoberfest, whatever the case may be. The only reason these guys put these best by, used by, enjoyed by, whatever by dates on them is to give it a longer shelf life, guys. And if you can't see that date when the beer is in there because it's black writing on a dark brown bottle with a dark black beer in it, that's to their advantage. So hardly any coffee notes at all on this one, guys. I would probably not buy this beer. Glad I got to try it. Rico, thanks again, my brother, for sending it to me. But until these brewers step up to the plate and put the bottled on date and something we can see, a little bit brighter ink than a dark black ink on a dark brown bottle, it's not going to cut it anymore as far as I'm concerned. It hadn't cut it for me for a long time now, guys. They're going to use a bright yellow or white or blue and put that on there, but they choose not to, so I choose not to give them a better grade. I would not buy this beer if it was available here. 90 for me, guys, on this one. It is an A beer, A- beer for me. I did find it very tasty, but they could do better. They need to step up to the plate and do something different. Over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate says this beer is 4.16. Not quite going there either. And over to Untapped, they have it at 4.22. Not going there either. Until these brewers realize putting a dark black ink on a dark brown bottle with a dark beer in it where you cannot see it, it's not going to cut it. They're going to continue to do that, guys. So you need to contact these brewers and tell them what you think. That's the only way they're going to hear our voices. I can do all the fussing and cussing and everything here, but until you guys tell them we don't want this, we don't want to see this kind of dating or best by, used by dates on your beers. Until you change something, we're not going to buy your beers. That's the only way we're going to be heard, guys. So I would not buy this beer. Even though it was a tasty beer, it was an A- beer for me, I would not buy this beer because of the way they're dating their bottles. So that's just me. That's just me. That's just the way I feel about it. We need to get all these clowns that are brewing beers to put something on there that is either bottled on or canned on and a writing that we can see when we're buying these beers. Until then, I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. These guys need to do something better, and they can. They choose not to. So I choose not to buy the beers. Even though this is not available here, I would not buy it. So if you've had this one, guys, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.